Hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because of you. You've been so kind to each other. You're so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. Or you can watch back and like up the speed. That's what I do on YouTube a lot. So whatever works for you. So you can pick and choose or just listen in the background or whatever works for you. And when I say I'm here every day, I don't mean, well, you know, except for Sundays, except for holidays. No. Every day. Weekdays, weekends, your birthday, my birthday, holidays, you name it, I'm here. Hello, Nikki. All right. So, I'm going to get out ye old cards. Oh. The impending catastrophe, the impending tsunami of karma that is coming for the far right. It just makes every day better than the last, doesn't it? Oh, and the nails today. So I thought these were fun. So it's kind of hard to see. They're little roses on there, but it's really hard to see. Anyway, all right. Okay. Anyway, let's do some readings. How are the moths? I still can't find that moth. It's not like I made it up. I mean, it practically, you know, showed up with a top hat and a cane, and it was like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Let me eat your clothes." Yeah, it was bad. So, I can't find it. Anyway, thank you for asking, Alan. All right, let's do this. It's 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Let's jump in. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, everybody. All right, 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Trump's GOP rivals have warned that if Trump wins the Iowa primary, quote, it's all over. I want to say, small correction. It's over for you. We're going to be fine because Democrats are going to win. You've shown your true fascistic colors. So, it's all over. Yeah. And you know who you have to blame for that? Yourselves. Anyway, does Trump have a real chance of winning in Iowa? Not that Iowa's all that. Biden didn't win Iowa. I mean, a lot of, or whatever the early. Didn't he didn't win until one of the Carolinas. Biden didn't win a primary to one of the Carolinas, did he? Something like that. Oh, you're very sweet, Tiger Sephorley. Okay. And in Iowa, don't they still have that weird way of voting where everybody like, this corner is for this candidate, this corner is for that candidate. Everybody like pick a corner and then you split up again. Isn't there still some kind of weird thing going on? It's all over, huh? Not for us. Not for the blue team. We're good. And actually, that's kind of the point. We're very good. Justice. 9 of Wands. Chariot. 7 of Wands. Devil. That's a caucus. Thank you, Core Smith. Harold McGuire, caucusing. Thank you. It's just very, very bad for them. This chariot here and justice here, there's something, there's some big date. It might be the Iowa, is it the primary? The first primary vote falls on one of the days Trump's supposed to be in court somewhere. Am I remembering that correctly rather? But boy, the big show. It's really a big show. But look at this. The far right, the ones feeling horrendously beaten up, on the defensive. And there's the devil, which comes up for Trump, comes up for DeSantis, it comes up for various people. But this is the far right. This is rancor amongst themselves. But what this is saying is, you can win whatever primaries you want to win, but most people in the country have no interest in your far right garbage. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not exaggerating. I don't understand Democrats who attack other Democrats. I don't get that. In the sense of, I don't know, there was someone from, I just remember there was someone from TYT who attacked Hal Sparks on Twitter because Hal Sparks believes in incrementalism, which is how you make progress in a democracy. And the idea, he doesn't like the idea that if I can't have everything, then we're having nothing. No, that's not how this works. And this person from TYT just said the rudest thing to him I can't even repeat here. And something, well, let's just say his corporate masters. That would be the nicest way to put that. And yeah, I'm not. We're not doing that. This is a mess. They've gotten themselves into a mess. Cruelty, narrow-mindedness, all of the legal stuff. We've got, hang on, that's a point. When is the first primary vote? Does anybody know? Or off the top of your head? I should know this, but I juggle so much in my head. At some point, I'm just like, I can't. So I wonder what kind of legal stuff's going to be going on at that point, because I got a big justice card. I've got the chariot, which is not only the primary, but it's it's the giant parade float. It's the it's Macy's Day Parade with one giant float, and that's the chariot, and that's going to be primary stuff. It's also going to be all of the legal stuff. So, is Trump going to win the first primary? Frankly, it doesn't feel like it matters. It really doesn't. And they're, yeah, they can just go have their little fascist party over there. Okay. Gene's Place says, the first primary is this December, I believe. Ooh, okay. Felder says Trump won't debate. He knows it would embarrass him. Okay. Gretchen Jakimczuk? I'm so sorry. January 2024. Mel Broussard, Iowa GOP caucuses, January 15th, 2024. Thank you. January 15th, 2024. Yeah, I want to say, is it the E. Jean Carroll? The next E. Jean Carroll iteration case of that is on that day. So I don't know. Anyway, it's a mess on that side. And it's just going to get worse for them because They are, well, first of all, they killed off a lot of their own voters during COVID. Well done. And just policies of cruelty and getting into bed with Donald Trump. Whew. Eddie can't trust us. They keep changing the dates. I understand. Surprise. Okay, so Kelly had a question at 10:50. Is the DOJ waiting for the results of the Iowa caucus January 2024 to issue an official gag order on Trump? Well, the thing is that even if he lost the early votes, the votes in the early states, that doesn't mean that he couldn't win later states. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trillium Tarot from Politico. On Thursday, a federal judge set a trial date of January 15th, 2024 for a trial over a defamation lawsuit brought against the former president by writer E. Jean Carroll. Sounds like January 15th will be a day to warm us in the depths of winter. Marshmallows. So, but I don't know that the DOJ is waiting for any kind of results from caucuses. If anything, they're just trying to move things along to affect the elections, primaries, and the 2024 election as least as they can within reason. Page of Wands. It is still early days, though. They on the right, they wouldn't say that, but it actually is pretty early days. Wheel of Fortune. Three of Wands. Hermit. Page of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. They're not even here. The DOJ isn't even here, so they're not looking to give him some kind of gag order. Also, in Florida, they specifically were trying not to give him any kind of limitations. Like, no, you say what you want, you do what you, go ahead, because they know he incriminates himself all the time. So I'm not, the DOJ isn't even in these cards. So yeah. Anyway, okay. We've got some good questions coming up. Just you wait. At 13:30. What is going on with Trump and Kari Lake? All right. Grossometer pegged in the red zone. According to Raw Story, and actually a couple of different places, they were citing Trump is supposedly distancing himself from Kari Lake out of respect for Melania. There is so much wrong with that sentence. There's so much wrong. Here, let me show you. Goodness gracious. Okay, so share screen. Thank you for being here. Okay, so over on Raw Story. Yeah, Nikki, right on with you. Ew. Yep. Kari Lake falling out of favor with Trump because she's causing him problems with Melania. Okay, I'm not buying this on sale. I'm just not. No. So Kari Lake's prospects of becoming Donald Trump's running mate are collapsing. That's what's being reported. And there's also reporting Lake is causing the former president grief with his wife. There's a claim that Lake has been at Mar-a-Lago with Trump more than his wife has. Yeah. And those type of headlines. Trump, of course, is printed out story after story. He runs to a stack of papers or whatever have you. Typically, many of these types of stories will go in the waste bin, but stories about Melania Trump, I mean, really get kind of scrutinized because he has to see her. He has to see her. See her. Isn't that how you'd be described of your relationship with your spouse? You have to see them. Wow. They meet for dinner or what have you. And Melania Trump and her people, very cognizant of headlines. Okay. Number one, they have dinner now and then. I mean, basically, they're separated and co-parenting. Well, as much as Trump parents children at all, his children at all. So he needs to distance himself from Kari Lake because it's causing problems with the woman who can't stand him and spends no time with him. Oh gosh, this thing jumped. Is that he says, I don't want to know about the what have you. Right. Melissa Miller says, I doubt Trump is capable of a fling. He's had many. And if you think, well, he's not up to it now. Ew. Of course, Smith, yeah, Trump, when he said Melania's son. So, what's up with Trump and Lake? Glenn Bird said, I imagine Kari Lake smells too much of White Diamond's perfume and desperation sweat. Why are we dragging Elizabeth Taylor through the mud here? Besides, those White Diamonds always gave her luck. Oh, man. Well, I know he doesn't want to make her mad because it's come out. The scandals, they start to blur. It's come out that I think it's in with Truth Social. He tried to take some of that money or there was some financial thing there where he was trying to put part of it in Melania's name. Yeah. So hold, please. Ew. So Trump and Kari Lake. Actually, it's not as, honestly, it doesn't feel as gross as you'd think. We'll see what the cards say. Son. She's not pliable. Lake and MTG are just two women I just don't see Trump with. He doesn't, there's no power imbalance that he can exploit. There's no, they're not pliable or feminine enough, air quotes. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. If you're talking to me. Yeah, exactly, Trillium Tarot. The cards don't even want to read on that one. Yeah. 9 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. 4 of Wands. King of Pentacles. I've got disappointment. I've got disappointment, her disappointment, and wanting to raise a lot of money, and him being the most vocal about an election being stolen, which is her shtick, because she couldn't possibly have lost that election, and that's his deal. So he doesn't try to shush her about that. He doesn't try to tell her to get over it or move on or anything like that, which she likes, because she's a bully. But it's a rental property. It's not like his personal home. It's not his personal home. Yeah, I'm not getting a thing between them. But Sandy Miller says daddy issues with King of Pentacles. I'm getting, this is Mar-a-Lago. This is someone who understands the Republican way as they see it. Yeah, I'm just so why is there, because something like Trump is distancing himself from Kari Lake because he doesn't want to upset Melania. That's a story somebody came up with. So why is that story out there? Because at this point, I'm pretty sure dead people know that they're not a thing and haven't been for a long time. Right, Holly and France, it's a mutual pity party grievance session. Yeah. But she talks too much about her own problems. Which means she probably talks about them at all, not just his. Yeah. 6 of Swords. I think there's a contract. Yeah. Oh, good. I made Cindy laugh. King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 3 of Wands. She may have wanted something, because I got disappointment in the middle of the last one. She may have wanted the position, the power, waiting for a ship to come in, something there. Somebody in that situation is disappointed. Who do you think it is? Because I don't think it's him. All right. Holly and France and Kathy Delassay, I think she wants to be his VP. That could be it. Very disappointed when she's not chosen. Or she wanted something from him. I'm just wondering, because if it is to be the VP pick, I would think I'd get more swords, as in like 2 of Swords, like a decision to choose her, but I got really emotional cup cards. So walking away. Bye, scumbags. Okay. 2520. Okay, 2520. Legal experts agree that the video evidence of Walt Nauta moving boxes of what's believed to be the documents in the days before investigators came to claim them is, excuse the term, damning enough evidence to warrant jail time. Okay. I am going to, whoever originally wrote this, I'm going to take out several because it wasn't several. He took out 50 boxes. He returned about 26. So do the math. 24 boxes or something around there in the wind. Great. They believe this proves Trump's criminal intent. Are they right? So really, this isn't about Walt Nauta. Do those videos prove Trump's criminal intent? Well, and maybe Walt Nauta's testimony. Magician. Hide this. I don't know why, but when I was growing up, there was a joke about like being a fake magician. And I will share it with you as it was shared with me, because my father would do it, or my sisters, and then my sisters would do it, or my friends and my dad would do it, or whatever. And they'd go da 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 da. Da, 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 da. And that was being the fake magician. Ooh, how is it done? Yeah, that's. And right beneath that's the Wheel of Fortune, which is just keep it moving, keep it churning, keep it going. We'll avoid this. We'll avoid. Oh my gosh, as law enforcement was coming to see. Yeah, that's the situation. Knight of Wands. There's so much. They have so much evidence of what he did, including his own words. Judgment, big time. Judgment. Three of Cups. Oh, bring a bevy. Bring some snacks. Hello, salty chip. Like a salty chip. Bring some salty chips. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be that specific video. It just, yes. Intent. Crystal. Clear. Sir. Yeah. Okay. 2830. Now, I'm not reading on this, but I did read this morning. There is an old mafia guy in New York who's come out with some kind of autobiography or memoir, or I don't know what. Anyway, and he said that he didn't do he said, I didn't do work with Trump because you couldn't trust him. I'm sorry. A head mafia guy over the decades didn't work with Trump because you couldn't trust Trump. Anyway, so with that in mind, it's come out that there was a rule at the White House that aides weren't allowed to take notes during meetings with Trump because he feared that documented things that he said would and could be used against him later on. Aha. The Not Sparkles is the Italian Mafia. I'm not sure. If you go to Ross Stewart, I think the article's there, but okay. Anyway, hello, Lanot. Were some aides able to circumvent that by documenting things after the fact, or recording, or I just, all right. Trump aides. Make notes, recordings, things that Trump is afraid that will be used against him in future. We hope. Salty Chip saying, and no aides thought it was strange. I know, right? 6 of Cups. It's old fashioned. It's back in the day, the way things used to be done. Please. You're a second generation rich kid, rich man child from Queens. Yeah, Mr. Tough Guy. King of Swords. 5 of Wands. The World. 4 of Pentacles. King of Wands. Well, we know people made various recordings and notes that because they've come out in people's books. And frankly, the stuff, there was so much rancor. Jack Smith is very interested. So much rancor. But a lot of it's already come out because people tried to make money off of writing books about the chaos in the White House. But yeah, any other resulting notes, Jack's interested. Yeah, but I've got the World in the middle, which is there's so much else. And that era is kind of, we've got we've got a lot of it already. So okay. Man O'Day. All right. Felderay says Trump is a wannabe. Jana says wannabe mafia ties. Yeah. Jana says you put down your notes after the meeting. Mm-hmm. Harold McGuire says when Trump Hotel opened in Vegas, there was no gaming because he couldn't get a gaming license. Okay, so Trump with his very stable genius, 3315. Trump is calling out DeSantis' campaign for spending money like a wild man gone bad. I know in the grand scheme of things, Trump has done and said that barely rates, but would a wild man gone good not spend money like that? If someone's wild, wouldn't they spend money? So why would it have to go back? Okay, moving on. My brain hurts when I deal with him too much. Trump is calling out DeSantis' campaign for spending money like a wild man gone bad and is questioning, projection. Get out your projector. And is questioning the legality of their fundraising. Get out your projectors, ladies and gentlemen, for the projection. Is this a case of Trump projecting his own crimes, or is he actually onto something? Questioning the legality of DeSantis' fundraising. What's my second favorite thing in elections? My second favorite thing is when these horrible human beings go after each other. Queen of Pentacles. I have money. Oh, I have money. I have more money. Shame that none of you have morals, decency, empathy. Tower. 10 of Pentacles. By the way, Trump is obsessed with money right now because we'll read on this maybe tomorrow or sometime this coming week. You know how Truth Social, that whole SPAC thing, and it could fall through and what have you? I could have sworn I heard on Midas Touch that if the SPAC thing doesn't work, Trump is somehow, I don't understand how, but Trump is somehow waiting for that merger to happen, which will gain him like $1 billion. Now, personally, I don't see how it's possible, but sure, they were messing with the stock valuations and what have you. But if the SEC stops that merger, the SPAC related with the settling of Truth Social, if they kill that deal, all that money Trump's banking on, looking through his fingers. Tower, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. This is his financial world. And you're between a tower and being legally hemmed in, because of course they also have a woman, a retired judge, but a woman overseeing the finances, the business practices of Grift Co. Stopping them from hiding their assets, making terrible deals. Oh, but Trump has his name recognition. Good for him. But Trump's he's projecting because he is in a dire financial situation that he got himself into. Thank you very much. And this is DeSantis, who's failing and is going to fail because I mean, I know it can seem like hyperbolic when people are talking about a Christo-fascist state, but that's kind of his thing. Trump still has the name recognition. They're both losers and cruel and awful. Anyway, Juniper's Tarot and Magic says Mars enters Virgo this week. Venus is going retrograde on July 28th. Mars, Virgo is the sign of the craftsperson. Meticulous. Daily work, health. But Trump, how I don't know. When you think of Trump, you don't really think meticulous. So when the energy of meticulous action kicks in, I can't remember exactly where that is in Trump's chart, but just in general, it's not energy. He's going to be like, yay. Anyway, at 39, I told you there were some good questions. You ready? Fani Willis asked Fulton County judges to keep their schedules open. She asked for more security around the courthouse. She's got a lot of people on standby, and I mean a lot of people on standby. And why would you need more than one judge? Unless this is going to be massive. So, will arraignments and trials just take over everything legal in Fulton County? Thank you, Marby. Thank you. Makes a big difference. Thank you. Is it just going to, between the fake electors, the people who were helping Trump making phone calls, is this just going to be, the chariot on steroids? I like that, Nancy. Yes, please. And my understanding is Fulton County's legal session, the year, I forget what it's called. Not session. Wait, is it session? Anyway, it starts like July 20th, something like that. Whew. Okay, my head feels like it is swimming. King of Cups. Tried to... Interesting. We'll get back to that. Okay. Three of Cups. Oh, yes, please. Bring a bevy. Bring snacks. 10 of Wands. In the Rider-Waite deck, I used to explain this as like clerks carrying in huge piles of paper into court. 6 of Pentacles. Fool. Judgment. This is Major Arcana. But it does feel like multiple fools facing judgment. And they're going to need lawyers. Burden of what they did, allegedly. Entertainment only, YouTube. This feels almost like the liquid drained out of this cup. So it makes me feel like, and I think this is what I'm talking about next. The Jack Smith January 6th probe. I don't think that's next. I think it's Fani Willis. At least that's kind of what the cards have been saying. What? Fani Willis. The whole... Everybody involved. Charges. Hither, yon. You get indicted, and you get indicted, and you get indicted, and you get indicted. King of Swords. That is the prosecutor. Temperance. Hierophant. Okay, this is trying to get some calm. This is the whole system, the whole legal system in Fulton County. Trying to keep some calm, trying to set things up ahead of time to make things as smooth as possible. Because once you get this 7 of Wands is on the defensive. You get the people on the right on the defensive. And there's a kind of chaotic energy to it. It's going to be a thing. Yes, Isabel Moss. Christmas in July. And I'm here for it. And I will be here for it. Literally. As soon as I hear it's going down, I've got a live stream set up. I just have to go in, change the date and time, and just hit live, and I'll be here. Okay. At 44:15. Thank you for going through the news with me. All right. Jack Smith, January 6th probe is still subpoenaing people. Is this going to end up dragging, actually? And dragging. I mean, I know to some extent they'd like to get some of this going before primaries really kick in, but the whole January 6th thing is a big deal. And he's, like I said, didn't he just subpoena people yesterday or something? Friday? Something recently. Have a good day, Valda Ray. Hey, Jack, how's it going? I'm busy. I believe you. He says, I really want Trump held accountable for January 6th. You and us both. You and all of us, I think. Yeah. All I want says, imagine if Trump had put all of that wealth, influence, and energy into doing good. That's just depressing to think about. Wow. Oh, Susie Buckingham says he's getting pretty close to the top, though. That means he's nearing the end if it goes like the documents indictments. Oh, no, I think he's definitely getting near the end. And there he is, the prosecutor. Oh, he's not messing around. Oh, this isn't going to drag for some of the reasons other things have dragged in the past. People worried or no. It's a big case, with a lot of moving parts, a lot of rancor. Devil, Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, World. He's very clear about what was there, what rules have been broken. He's so, I'd say he's so angry about what Trump tried to do that he's actually just turned off a lot of his emotions. It just feels very, these are the charges. This looks like what he did. Is this what we have evidence for? How do we, and it's like the emotions are there, but they're just like compartmentalized for what Trump and his ilk did to try to steal the election. The rancor, how dare Trump not have won? Everybody standing around him for their victory, and this is a great big world card of, oh no, you're done. That's done. You're done. That's illegal. And he's going to nail all of you to the wall legally. And he's not screwing around. Is it sooner or later? I just know it's going to be effective, and that's the word I'm getting. Effective. I would not mess with Jack Smith. Then again, I wouldn't do the things that Trump did. So, yes, Cecilia, plus all the garbage Trump has been saying about him and his family. Yeah. Shayna, exactly, a big tsunami of a case. Judgment. Page of Swords. Seven of Swords. This is the stupid argument that Trump was given on why he should be able to steal an election. And like the meeting held, or meetings held at night, or things done in the dark. Don't forget, the Proud Boys, they brought a whole lot of munitions, let's just put it that way, to Washington, D.C. They just kept it in a hotel, I think just outside of the city. And they were and whoever was sitting on it was calling people during the riot going, now? Should I come now? Should I? So, unbelievable. Star and Empress, major arcana, hope for the country. This is huge. This is huge. I'm not getting a time because I'm getting, when it is ready, it will happen. And it's all very matter of fact. It's like, okay. Thank you, Jack. We'll take it. Okay. All right. So what's next? Maggie, who had a question? Okay. At 50-30. All right, Maggie, you had a question. We know Trump's health isn't the best. The human grease trap? Okay, we know Trump's health isn't the best. So a big if, and we do not wish something to happen to him. I want him to live a long, healthy rest of his life. I want him to be perfectly fine for many years so that he can be taken into a court of law. He can be tried with actual evidence. And if the evidence warrants it, that he is convicted and that he is punished via the law. But we know Trump's health isn't the best. So big if something happens to Trump before all of his trials, will the details of the crimes be released for all Americans to see? My initial reaction to that would be mostly yes, because he didn't do most of these crimes by himself. He got other people involved, and the crimes against them would still go. The trials of those other people would still go forward. It could put a wrinkle in some of those, but that plus the fact that, I've said before, I apologize to all of the Canadian forests that are going to die for the cause of all of the books that are going to be written about this time in history over the next century. And yes, I know most books will become electronic, but you know what I mean. So will details of his crimes be released for all Americans to see? The burden. Which ones? Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. I'm getting Grift Co. Okay. Trump did a lot of stuff, but I'm getting Grift Co. Here and here, this could be Kushner related, that type of thing, but I'm getting Junior and Eric and It says there needs to be a mini-series. Oh, I think there will be plenty. Chariot. Yeah, that's a big deal. Big, huge, bigly. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Prosecutor. He tried to create a dynasty. Here's Jack Smith. It's also Bragg with Grift Co. Yeah, we're going to know all kinds of stuff. Lynott says it's all the money stuff, not the national security stuff. I do believe that they are keeping some of the national security stuff hidden. There's stuff that they don't want to admit is in the wind. There's stuff that they don't. It's like, could we charge them for something else? Maybe. So I do get that. Lynott is wise. All right, so we haven't done this in a while. Let's do a little check-in with prison roulette at 5430. Just checking in with the energy to see will Trump get acquitted of all charges and live out, and he lived heavier, grosser after? Or will he be put in an actual prison? Will he get an ankle monitor and be confined to an area? Will he flee the country? Will he do something else? So all right. Prison roulette. Reggie, now what is going to happen to Trump? Orange jumpsuit, the latest ankle bling, a get me out of here, try to getting out of the country. Okay, well, there's a thief. Surprise. Empress. Six of Swords. Magician. He gets some kind of special treatment. See, normally I would get the Eight of Swords, the woman hemmed in. I would get that for an ankle monitor. I would get the going up the river for prison. It doesn't feel like going overseas. This is America, staying in America. But he gets a particular kind of prison, his own prison. I mean, seriously, are they going to like take a building somewhere and just stick him in it? But he gets special. He gets treated. He's special. All right, that's the current thing. But I do get him stay in the country. So, all right. Ooh, boy. All right. Now, in case you weren't, I don't know, frustrated enough with Clarence Thomas, 5730. There are many words in the description box about this. Shall I read them to you? The list of free items that Clarence Thomas has received from rich donors has grown well beyond Harlan Crow, according to the New York Times. Shocking. I'm shocked. Thomas receives scores of undisclosed trips, gifts, and access to lavish lifestyles from associates at the Horatio Alger Association of Distinguished Americans. Oh, distinguished Americans, do you say? Right, trying to influence Supreme Court justices to break any kind of hint of ethics. A nonprofit group, I'm sure there was no profit involved, which is how they could offer Thomas expensive stuff. Yeah. A nonprofit group that provides need-based scholarships. Okay, so some of that money, a nonprofit for scholarships, showered Clarence Thomas with super expensive stuff. Yes, please take the money away from children who desperately need it. The exclusive membership gave him access to multi-millionaires David Sokol of Berkshire Hathaway fame and sports titan Wayne Huizenga, I'll try to pronounce it, who owned the Miami Dolphins. Will he ever face actual consequences? I'm going to just sing and hum to myself so my head doesn't explode. Four of Swords. Oh, it's perfectly legal. It's perfectly legal. There are no ethics involved in any of the justices. They're perfectly ethical, just in the way they are. And honestly, look, you can say that there were limited ethics there are limited ethics applied to rules applied to the justices, but I'm having real trouble believing that government employees can be bribed at this level, and that's okay. Really? 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 Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Oh, it was just a little thing. Oh, no, it was nothing. Oh, and can I have another extension on turning in my financial information? I'm so busy. Lies. Flat out lies. Ace of Wands. Five of Swords. It hasn't all been exposed. There's something else coming. There's something else that's going to be imposed or exposed. Sorry, I looked down and said, Jana says, I'm okay with impeachment. My brain went anyway, I combined the words in my head. Yeah, Elizabeth B, Star Melody. Egregious is a really good word. Yes, Mary Huddleston. Thomas has distinguished himself as being one of the most corrupt bags of trash on the Supreme Court. Yes. There's something else that's going to come out. It feels ugly. Thank you, Dave. I don't understand, but thank you. This is legal insult to injury and then howling at the moon. Insult to injury could be a slap on the wrist, but actually this action could be related to this. This action he took was adding insult to injury. And this is howling at the moon, which would be, that would be huge outcry. Huge, which means something would be done. Something, for what it's worth, I have no idea what it is. There's something else that's going to come out about Thomas. Him or his wife or something. Hanged man. Yeah, he's going to be persona non grata. Seriously, that's just what I'm getting really strongly. Two of Cups. Seven of Cups. Oh yeah, the scholarships. Isn't that grand? The scholarships are a lie, maybe? Yeah. Eight of Swords. Legally hemmed in. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, he's sitting pretty, he and his wife. Until you get... He's hurt so many people, including women. But he's fine until he's not. I'm sure the Supreme Court in their next session will do some more heinous stuff, take some other people's rights away. But this could very well be, we got you dead to rights kind of thing. Okay. So for what it's worth, I have a feeling like him or his wife, but one way or the other, he is persona non grata in this country. That's what it feels like. The cards are saying. So let's hope it happens soon. Whew. All right, so Florida. Shall we end on Florida? Florida magos, you voted for him. You voted for DeSantis. This is on you. Yeah. 104, 45, something like that. 04, 45. In Florida, less than 25% of state-run correction facilities have air conditioning. 75% of correctional facilities in the state of Florida do not have air conditioning. As the world continues to heat up, officers are begging the state to fix this. Because you're not just hurting the inmates, you're hurting the guards. You're hurting the workers there. Will anything be done? It's becoming dangerous for workers and inmates alike. You don't say. Oh, thank you, Maria. Thank you for being here. Lisa says, you have got to be kidding. I know. Janelle starting again. Janelle Espinozo said it's that way in Texas too. Thank you. And then Wheezy Squeezebox said, wow, that's brutal. Okay. Donna Belvin says it's the same in Texas. King of Swords. Justice. Four of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Now I'm assuming there are already some lawsuits going on. This is a refusal. This feels like a lot of lawsuits. Something needs to be done about the correctional facilities, but they're going to say we don't have the money. But how many of those institutions are private? Has he managed to privatize all the correctional institutions? But anyway, there are all kinds of lawsuits. But we'll be watching, because this is a refusal. You should listen to decency, to people who work. No. Canary says no one wants to work in those facilities. Mm-hmm. So no workers for crops, hotels, construction. Now no prison workers eventually. Fantastic. Yep. Oh, bless. Tim Blackvale is talking about people who've passed on because of the heat. I'm so sorry. Well, to Satan, I hope you're happy. I hope you are satisfied. Anyway, but my goodness, there are good days ahead. 3 cards. I mean, I'm not even going to put it in the, I think, message for us. Message for us. Star. Have hope. Have hope. There are more good people than bad, by far. May not seem like it, but it's true. 7 of Swords, Sun, Devil. It's all being exposed. We get frustrated and angry about this stuff because we see it. We see the cruelty. We see the theft, the selfishness, but we see it. And that's how you start making a difference. That's how a difference starts being made. So keep your spirits up. Seriously. All right. That's going to do it for me for today. It is 1:29 p.m. here in Chicago. And that was wonderful. Thank you. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome to join. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow, because I'm here 365 days of the year. JR is asking, you're still in your staycation? No, I'm back. I'm trying to redo my schedule to try to fit all the work in. Small business, ain't it? It'll keep you busy. Let's put it that way. Really, really busy, but it's worth it. Thank you. All right. Take care. Please remember, you're not alone. We are in this together. And Lordy, there are good days ahead. All right. Hang in there, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.